Hi, I'm Victoria Lansford, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my studio. And if you were here on the Zoom call, or you've been here in person, welcome back. I wanted to take this time to show you some things I didn't get to show on that Open Studio Zoom call, like how I combine, 27 different techniques and 8 different types of equipment or more into this one little nook that is the metal portion of my studio. I'm coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, where bowling and manicures are essential businesses during COVID-19. Yeah, I just gotta say out loud, did it myself. Metallic blue, it's my happy place. Thought they came out kind of good. Yeah, it's April 28th, and I have been here since March 13th with my family, my son and my husband. The only time I left was for a really dire dental emergency that about put me over the edge. But otherwise, yeah, I'm here. And I'd love to say I'm getting a lot done, but we'll just say I'm here. And I'm glad you are too. So I'm going to move the camera. Well, actually, I'm not. I can show you a couple things right here. So first off, my main chair that I sit at the bench at is over there out of the way because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see anything else. This is the stool I use for 2 things. It drops down a little bit more, and this is where I do my repousse and chasing, at least the small scale stuff. And then if I want to drop it down further, here's the one little bit of normal jeweler looking equipment, right? Because this isn't a normal jeweler's bench. I can pop my bench pin right here. But otherwise, everything else pulls out and pulls down, and I'm going to show you how this works. Behind me, I think you can see it on this shot, I have a grid with some of the tools that hang up. Now you can see my anvil stump and where I do the repousse. Little experimental piece in progress, a bowl that's been in progress since 2018. Yeah, oh well, anyway, we all have those, right? It's where I hone my gravers, keep those things sharp. And then right over here, that's my great-grandfather's anvil. Hang on, I'll show you. And a whole lot of books. Yeah. Okay, so I know normal people tend to have a studio like this with equipment spread all the way around the room. And well, I do. It's just that except for the hydraulic press and the anvil right here, most of the metal stuff is right here. And part of what this allows me to do is that I have command central, right? So, I get in a flow state, I'm working, I don't actually work down this low, but anyway, I'm working and I need to solder. It's time to solder. And if I have to get up and go solder, then I'm also likely to remember that I need to put the clothes from the washer to the dryer. And that, oh yeah, the dogs need back in, and now I got to fill up their indoor water dish. And about 45 minutes later, I go, I was working. I was in a flow state. And reality has set in, and So if all I have to do to solder is go like this, I'm much less likely to get distracted. So hence my command central style of working. So I've got my acetylene tank strapped over here to the workbench so it can't go anywhere. And the hose runs down behind there. It's hooked up underneath the workbench and comes out right here. I've had this one a while. And then of course my exhaust system is over there. I don't know if it's making it in the shot or not, but you can hear it. And that actually vents through a hose that goes down behind and out the wall over there via a dryer vent. And I got the pickle, and I got the quench bucket, and I got the dirty rags. Yeah. So, and all the solder stuff and, everything, it's right there except for the stuff I don't use as often, which I can store up underneath the bench. And there's plenty of stuff up under there. And then, like any good metalsmith, I have the 40 to 100 in progress projects, and those are just the metal ones, and the small ones, the larger ones, are stored back over there. This is a piece I started as a demo last year when I demoed for Rio Grande at the Snag conference. and it's Eastern Repoussé. It's my logo, and I finally finished it. I think I'm going to turn it into a box. We'll see. But you can see the sides, see it at an angle. So this is an example of relief on top of relief, how I get the lettering on top of an already raised background, and then stylized foliage around it, and then there's the back. You get an idea that there's, you know, a little bit of depth there. Cool, huh? I'm back. So, okay. As I said, it's Command Central. And I'll show you this first. So my light rotates a little bit, and I swing this arm out, and now when I'm sitting up high, when I'm sitting in the other chair, then I can weld. So this is my Orion. It's an S Series 150, or 150S, excuse me. And it's amazing. Hopefully I'll have some time to do some demo stuff as requested on how and when I use this. But I use it a lot for really intricate things that I don't want to have shift when I solder. So I tack weld them, and then I'm able to solder them and join everything correctly. But little teeny tiny intricate fussy parts, I don't have to worry about them doing that inevitable shift that happens when you get the heat on them because they're tacked in place. I also use it a lot with gold filigree, where I don't want to have to make gold filigree powdered solder because it gets kind of expensive. And so I do a lot of the welding. I also do a lot of the frame welding, I do a lot of welding on the frames for filigree, whether it's gold or silver. So this has become the tool I didn't know I needed and now can't live without, but more on that later. And you see how it swings out, and then I've got my argon tanks down below here behind the acetylene tank. And then also in the swing out section, sounds like a band from the 80s, I have my engraving stuff, right? So engraving is my bucket list technique. When I turned not 40 anymore, that was my birthday present. I spent a week studying with Sam Elefano in Louisiana, and I bought all the GRS stuff that I needed for engraving. So this is the microscope, and this I do down this low or pretty close. Light comes on up here, and then you're probably wondering where the actual engraving stuff is. They make lots of really cool, awesome stands now to hold your engraving, but two problems. One, they're a little pricey, and two, I need to be able to slide this stuff in and out. So this is actually a metal IKEA table that is surprisingly sturdy. I don't get a lot of, believe it or not, I don't get a lot of vibration from it, and it does slide in and out. Part of what holds it steady is I have this super heavy engraving ball on it, and then all of my gravers and bits and pieces and parts and endless practice pieces are down there, and so I can position everything, look through the microscope, and do my engraving. And you're probably wondering, if I have all that equipment, where's the really cool part? So I have a Gravermach AT over here, and I have my handpiece here, so I can pop the gravers in, pull down the microscope, and go to town. And if you know anything about this, you're probably also going, and where the heck is the air compressor? It's actually over there. There's this safety warning thing that comes with air compressors that say don't put them near flammable things, because there's always a remote possibility of a spark, or I don't know, a flame perhaps. Now, I don't know if that's really something to worry about or not. I'll say, you know, if it says it on the warning label, I won't take any chances. And plus, there's no room under here. So I actually have it under the workbench over there and can flip it on, turn on my GRS Gravermach. Oh, it's not going to make that cool poosh sound because I don't have the air compressor on. But then again, if I had the air compressor on, that's all you'd be hearing. So that's how I do the engraving. And when I'm done, it slides back. This lifts up, hangs up there, and I'm back to normal bench use. I do love all my little tiny tools, all the attachments, because you just never know when you're going to need something to fit in a particular thing that you're creating. And lots more tools. The tiny bench that my friend Terry made. And, you know, what's a workbench without plants, right? It keeps me from feeling like I'm trapped inside. So now you can see a little bit more of the soldering area and the enormous pickle pot, my obsession with succulents, which I don't really have enough light for, but whatever. There's my deck and the area where I clean up. And here's the whole rest of the studio. And now we're back. Let's see if we can make my dog show up. Hang on one second. I'm not really working because, well, yeah, safety, hair back, all that, sleeves. But sometimes when I hammer, I'm also not really working because I don't seem to have my glasses on. But, hi! Yeah, sometimes when I hammer, the little one shows up. Can you come here? Can you say hi to the camera? Come here. Yes, I'll give you a treat in a minute. Come here. Okay. This is the little one. We have 2 Sheltie puppies because last summer we lost our minds. Well, last year we lost our beloved rescue Sheltie Lila. And hi. We decided we could not be without fur children. So this is Lizzie, and Boo is kind of camera shy. She's hiding. They are 11 months old in a couple of days, and they're a lot of fun. But strangely, they come to see what's going on when I hammer. At least they don't bark, which is really good. Our Sheltie Lila used to bark at me for turning on the torch. She'd jump on me when I was holding it too. Not really safe, but you know, she was trying to save me from the fire. So, you gonna be my watchdog? Yeah. You gonna be my shepherdess? Yeah. I love you too. Lizzie's short for Elizabeth I, and Boo's short for Boudica because, well, with Victoria, it's the great queens of England, and we're kind of history nerds. Studio sticks. Here you go, Lizzie. Boo. No, Boo, don't steal Lizzie's. Come here. Boo, Boo, Boo. Studio stick. Your own. Hey. Good girl. Say bye. Minimalism. It's for sissies. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there and wash your hands.